Namaskar. Just imagine this for a moment. A warrior whose wing beats could shake the armies of heaven. When he soared through the sky, the winds changed direction. When he spread his wings, even the clouds moved aside. A hero who dared to challenge the gods themselves in battle. And the reason? Not for power, not for immortality, not for a throne. Just one reason: his mother. This is the story of Garud, the mighty king of birds, who today is known as the divine vehicle of Lord Vishnu. But Garud was not always Vishnu's vehicle. Before that, he performed such an unbelievable feat that even the gods must have wondered, are we fighting a bird or a flying storm? Our story begins with the great sage Kashyap. He had two wives, Vinta and Kadru. Both were sisters. One day, Kadru asked the sage for a blessing. I want many children. The sage granted her a wish. And soon, Kadru became the mother of thousands of serpent sons, the Nagas. Seeing this, Vinta thought to herself, that's impressive. But I don't want so many. I want just two, but they should be extraordinary. So she asked the sage, give me fewer children, but let them be extraordinarily powerful. The sage blessed her with two eggs. Years passed, then more years passed, but the eggs did not hatch. And here comes a problem that humans still struggle with till today: impatience. Vinta could not wait any longer. She broke one egg. From it emerged a child, but he was not fully developed. The child looked at her sadly and said, Mother, what have you done? If only you had waited a little longer. Then he said something that would change her life. Because of your impatience, you will have to suffer. You will become the servant of your sister Kadru. But then he added gently, don't worry, your second son will be incredibly powerful and he will free you. And with that, the child rose into the sky. This child was Arun, who later became the charioteer of the sun god. After that, Vinta made sure she never repeated her mistake. She waited patiently, and then one day finally arrived. The second egg hatched. And this time, what emerged was no ordinary being. The sky lit up like fire itself. And thus was born Garud. One day, Vinta and Kadru saw the divine celestial horse Uchchaishravas. Kadru said, look, its tail is black. Vinta laughed. Black? It's pure white. The argument went on. And like many arguments in history, it ended with a bet. Kadru said, if I am right, you will become my servant. Vinta agreed. She was completely confident that the tail was white. But Kadru had other plans. She secretly called her serpent sons and said, go and wrap yourselves around the horse's tail. The serpents obeyed. The next day, the tail appeared black. Vinta lost the bet. And just like that, she became the servant of her own sister. Years later, Garud grew up. One day he saw something disturbing. His mother serving Kadru. He asked, Mother, what is this? Vinta told him the entire story. Garud's anger rose like a storm. But instead of attacking immediately, he chose patience. He went to the serpents and asked, what must I do to free my mother? The serpents laughed. They thought they were setting an impossible challenge. They said, bring us the nectar of immortality, Amrit, from heaven. The nectar was guarded by the king of gods himself, Indra. To them, it was impossible. But they had forgotten one thing. This was Garud, and he was not ordinary. Garud rose into the sky. The speed of his wings created massive storms. The sky darkened. The gods looked up, and for a moment they wondered, is that a bird or a storm tearing through the heavens? A fierce battle began. Divine weapons, thunderbolts, celestial armies. But that day, a sun's determination was stronger than all of them. And finally, Garud seized the pot of Amrit. Seeing this, Indra was upset. He asked Garud why he was taking the nectar. Garud calmly told him the entire story. Indra thought for a moment and said, fine, take it. But once the serpents free your mother, I will quietly take the nectar back. Garud agreed. As Garud was flying back with the nectar, he encountered Lord Vishnu himself. Lord Vishnu asked Garud, Would you like to drink this nectar and become the king of the gods? Garud replied firmly, No, Lord, I didn't fight heaven to become a king. This nectar is not for me. It is for my mother. I only want to free her. Vishnu smiled. Such strength, such courage, such humility, all for the sake of his mother. Lord Vishnu said, Ask for a boon. Garuda replied, Grant me immortality, even without drinking the nectar. Vishnu granted the boon. Garuda then bowed and said, Lord, I wish to serve you. Impressed by his humility, Vishnu declared, From this day onward, you shall be my vehicle. And that is how Garud became the eternal carrier of Lord Vishnu. Garud also asked for another honor, to always remain on the divine flag of Vishnu. Vishnu granted this too, and since then, Vishnu's banner has been known as the Garud Dhwaj. Garud finally reached the serpents with the nectar. Following his agreement with Indra, he played a clever trick. He said, This is the nectar of immortality. Surely you don't want to drink it without purifying yourselves first. Go and bathe. The serpents happily went to bathe. And at that very moment, Indra arrived and took the nectar back to heaven. And in doing this, a few drops of nectar had fallen on the kusha grass below. When the serpents returned and saw the nectar gone, they desperately licked the grass. But the grass had sharp edges. Their tongues split into two. And that is why snakes have forked tongues even today. Vinta was finally freed, and Garud became immortal. So the next time, whenever you see Lord Vishnu riding on Garud, remember, this Garud is not just a vehicle. He is a warrior who once challenged heaven itself. And the day Garud stood against the gods, even the heavens understood something powerful. A son who fights for his mother is unstoppable. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video. And for more incredible stories from Sanatan history, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Namaskar.